Hey, what's going on, guys? Logan from Reptiles here with my dad.
Hey guys, how are you?
And we are going to be bringing you guys the reptile list for our auction of October 9th.
Good.
Yeah. This is our third shot of this intro clip, and I have fumbled over that date every single time.
October 9th, Tuesday, 5:30, be there.
Pacific Standard Time, PM.
Yeah.
I won't be awake in the morning.
Definitely. Okay, so we got 7 snakes. We were looking at the list. We got 4 boys. We got 3 girls. We 3 breeders total because one of the geckos is a breeder too, right?
Yeah. I was trying to remember, but it's 7 ball pythons as well as 1 leopard gecko, and we have both a male and female breeder when it comes to the ball pythons, as well as a breeder leopard gecko. So if you're looking to breed right away, this is an adult female that you'll be able to get some really cool babies out of.
Yeah.
But yeah, just without further ado, let's just get right into the snakes. Alright, so here we are with the first 2 snakes. We got 2 little hatchlings here. We have 1 boy and 1 girl. And in my hands here we have a little beautiful boy albino. He's coming to us from Trig Reptiles, our good friend Guion. And he is just very, very pretty. Very nice contrasting between the really bright whites on his back as well as the yellow in the pattern. And he does have that little orange blushing spot that I always like to look for in albinos. He has one of them, and it's actually rather big rather than the little dots that we had on the dorsal. But it has one little dot right here on the side, or not little dot at all. It's like a size of an alien head. Yeah. It's really pretty. But yeah, really pretty little guy here, and he's been eating well for us. So yeah.
And albinos are always popular, regardless of gender. They're always popular in the auction. So there we go, leading off. And then another one from Trig here. Guion sent us, you know, we'd gotten a lot of Huffmans, and we're holding one back for ourselves. But this is just a single gene Huffman girl. These things are they've been really popular for us. And like I said, this is the last one. So she's been a good girl. She's eating.
Yeah, she is eating
well.
mouse hoppers and rat pinkies.
Okay, cool. And she's just beautiful. You'll see in the picture.
But yeah, for those of you guys who don't know what Huffman is, because it is an up-and-coming gene, and when I mean up-and-coming, I mean it's screaming up.
Well, it's an old gene, or an older gene, but it's coming back again.
Yeah, Huffman is in the same complex as like the black pastel and the cinnamons, whereas if you make a super, it becomes a black snake, and they're actually using Huffman instead of black pastels to now attempt back at pandas again. So they're trying to avoid the kinking issue that comes with super black pastel by using Huffman, and we're going to be seeing how that turns out in the next couple of years, because one of our good buddies has a male Huffman pied, which is a world's first, that he is going to be starting to breed pretty soon, and I think he's going to go for that panda right away. I believe he has a female ready for that one.
Perfect.
So yeah, if that does turn out to be as black or even darker than a panda, then Huffman's gonna scream.
Well, that would be hard to imagine, but if it at least just comes out dark, then yeah, it will. Yeah,
but yeah, other than that, just both are just absolutely beautiful snakes. And the one thing I really like about Huffman is it kind of brings the best of both worlds. It brings the really nice bright side pattern, and by bright side pattern on a dark snake, I mean the alien heads are highlighted in this like kind of white outline, kind of like black pastel does, but it has like this GHI kind of brightening to the dorsal stripe and the pattern that crosses across, and it's just awesome, and I just really enjoy the gene.
Yeah, she's a good girl too.
So yeah, other than that, let's get to the next 2.
Okay, so now on to the next group. We have, this is from Pythons R Us, we have an adult breeder bumblebee, and he's beautiful. He's also 100% clown. He is a proven breeder, and his clown is proven as well. So 100% het clown, weighs about 900 grams. And he's really attractive. He's got a really pretty head snap. We'll show you that on the photo too. Anything else on him?
Nothing. He's slamming small to medium rats for us, and has no issue doing it. And as you can see, he's got a really good personality and just kind of likes to hang out. He's not like one of those big snakes where they're just really aggressive because they don't get handled much, because they're bigger snakes and they're like, oh, I'm not so cute, like, oh, little one. No, he's got a great personality, and you can hold him just like he is.
Yeah, he's fine. He's got beautiful eyes too. Check it out.
Yeah, the green.
Yeah, really nice.
And then next up we have here is a little female. This girl's hatched out right here, and I know a few of you guys are gonna get excited to see one of these.
This is one of our babies.
She does have a reserve on her. This is a Super Mojave, 66% het for albino, and she was produced through a Mojave Spider het albino pairing to a Mojave het albino pairing, so she's actually possibly spider as well. And in which case I'm actually looking at her, looking for irregularities in her pattern. And I don't know if it's just this light, but she seems to have a little bit of a yellow stripe down her dorsal that's really faint, that you only catch it if you catch the light the right way. But other than that, she's just very pretty, and she has been slamming mice very well. She's had 2 mouse hoppers so far, so she just needs 1 more to go, which means that if she eats the way that I think she is and the way that she has been, then she'll be ready to go next week. So we won't be able to ship her out immediately like when people buy and then immediately ship on Wednesday. This girl would probably be next Wednesday. So still not a long wait, just 1 week, but very pretty little girl. And as you can see, she's got a really chill temperament. And yeah, just super excited. We would be keeping her, but we do have a Super Mojave 100% het for albino that we are holding back this season. But yeah, really cool. And she is going to make a very great pet for one of you guys, because I know blue-eyed leucisticus is a favorite everywhere.
Yeah, always.
So yeah, without further ado, let's get to the next 2. Alright, so here it is, the next 2. I am going to be leading off. I have a little male here. This is a male banana 100% het pied, and I gave you guys a little bit of insight to what I really look for in the banana gene with our last auction video, and this is the other type that I look for. When it comes to banana, there's 2 things I look for. The thing last week that I pointed out is blushing. I love when banana has some blushing in there, because it'll get that orange ring that's really popping orange, but then they'll have like lavender on the inside, and it's really cool to see. This guy does have some orange spots, however they're not big enough to where they actually have that lavender center, but he does have the other thing that I love in banana, just 100%, and it's something that I have actually applied here in the snake room that you guys have actually seen firsthand, that I just didn't mention it. That was my strategy behind it. When it comes to certain combos like banana black pastel, banana cinnamon, this guy will do you a lot better, because the center of his alien heads are all wiped out. They're lavender, they're purple, and that leaves them open in that gene. When we went and put in the when we mixed our banana boy with our black pastel and that crossed, he has that same line where it's all empty in the middle, just like that. And when it comes to banana black pastel, banana cinnamon, our banana and black pastel that we hatched out has this really nice orange lining around the alien heads, but then a really deep red center to them. And actually I mix that up, that's flipped. It is a dark red outside and a bright orange center. And it is just gorgeous, and that is just one of the benefits when you get to choose what sort of line that you're working with, and that is perfect for this guy here. And on top of that, he is also 100% het for pied. So if you're interested in banana pieds, that is really cool. And I would be really interested to see if the banana pied that he throws is more purple.
Yeah, especially, I don't know how much you talked about it, but his alien heads are completely blown out. There's no color in them except for the purple, which is the base coat that's underneath. So you just get, where are you going, girl? So you just have these wide open, huge alien heads down the side. He's really different than other bananas I've seen. And maybe it's the banana het pied, but it will be interesting. Like, if we didn't already have a dozen male bananas, we would keep him and see what happens.
Yeah.
But somebody's going to have fun with that, and we really want to know what happens with him down the road, because he should make some interesting babies.
Yeah. And as far as eating goes for this guy, he has been on mouse hoppers. He's been on actually adult mice, just on the smaller side, as well as rat pinkies and the smaller side of rat fuzzies. He has been eating very well for us. We do offer just live though, but I have just complete confidence that he would eat any live thing that you pretty much put in front of him. But one thing that I forgot to mention that I'm not sure if we hit on with the last cut with the last 2 snakes is that this boy, as well as the Bumblebee 100% Het Clown, are both from John at Pythons R Us, and that means that these are the snakes that are going to be going towards charity, and they're going to be benefiting the Sam Jeffers Foundation against childhood cancer. So yeah, I hit on that.
So banana het-pied male. And then we talked about it in the last auction at the end. People were really clamoring for some bigger females, and we had an opportunity to pick up a couple. John over at 808, who's a friend of ours, needed to make room for more snakes, or he had to consolidate a little bit. So we got a couple of pastels from him. We weren't sure if we were going to keep both of them or not, but after we talked about people wanting breeders, we put up one of them. Both of the girls had laid earlier, and they're putting weight back on. This girl here was 1355, and we got her 2-3 weeks ago. Is she getting up there yet? I know where she's really head shy though. You got to watch it.
Oh yeah, she's just laying her head into my hand right now.
Oh, is she? Okay.
Yeah, she's laying against it. There you go.
Hello. Anyway, she's up to 1500 now, so she's putting weight back on really fine. And you can see she's just really afraid of people.
I did palpate her, and she does have follicles, so she is technically ready to go. I wouldn't do it until she fattens up a little bit because her tail end is still small, but she would be ready to go as soon as she gets her weight back on.
Yeah, she should get up to about 18, I would think, before you'd want to breed her.
Yeah, and in which case she is actually probably gonna get there really fast.
Yeah.
We feed her 2 rats a week and she's still asking for more, but we just stick to 2. Yeah. If we were breeding her, then we would give her the 3rd, but we're not, so I don't want to overload her, and she just went for the rack again, so there you go.
That baby.
But yeah, very pretty. She has not browned out at all. She's still retained her yellow. She's kind of golden on the sides with a really bright yellow, you know, like lower side pattern, and then once again golden blushing on it. And she's just really pretty, and she maintained her color well for, you know, her size.
Yeah, she looks good.
All right, so without further ado, let's get to the final 2 animals for this auction. All right, so we are down to our final 2. He's going to be doing the last ball python. I'm going to do the gecko, which is at Nicole's right now, so we're going to pretend that I'm holding it. But yeah, go ahead and tell about the ball python.
Yeah, the last ball python we have is one of ours. This is a blackhead, and it's a male. And we produced him in-house. He just came out of the incubator a few days ago, you know, having shed. He's had his first meal. He had a mouse hopper. He struck immediately and tortured it, and ate well. Yeah, he tortured it.
Oh jeez.
Anyway, no problem there. He's a beauty. He's got a beautiful chaotic pattern. I don't have a weight on him, but he's got to be about 75-80 grams. He'll need to have a couple more meals before he goes, but we should be able to have that done by next week. And then he could go out. But just a beautiful little blackhead. Possibly, remote possibility of a fire in him too. We're not going to sell him that way, but if you buy him, look out down the road. You may see fire pop up. I don't think so, but we'll see.
Yeah. The pairing that produced him was a blackhead yellow belly paired to a fire yellow belly. He isn't yellow belly because the flaming would all be really bright orange. However, when blackhead fire does hit it, it brightens up the head stamp a little bit, as well as creates a little bit of blushing in between the alien heads. He doesn't have the craziest blushing, but he does have some blushing, in which case it's really not normal for just a normal blackhead to have as much blushing as he does. But if he's either an extraordinary blushing wise blackhead, or he's a low expression fire blackhead.
But usually the fire will space out the alien heads too, and we don't see that. And I mean, he's got dog bones, he's got everything going on here. Yeah,
where he has the blushing, it's the typical fire spacing out, but then in between the other ones where he has minimal blushing, it just looks like regular blackhead. So it's one of those where we're really not sure, so we're selling him as a blackhead, but he is possibly a fire, so we're letting you guys know that.
Sure.
But yeah, he took that mouse hopper immediately. I think it maybe touched the floor of the tub. And that is great because he's, like I said, he came directly out of the incubator because we wait for them to shed before we pull him out, and then he got put into his tub, and then that night got offered his first meal, and he immediately took it. And being in the incubator, they don't have that mouse and rat smell like we have for the other hatchlings, so that really says wonders for how good of an eater he's going to be down the line. But is there anything else that you wanted to touch on?
No, not on him. That we covered.
His dad was also a 50% het pied that we didn't prove out. We only put him to a yellow belly het pied, so it's a 1 in 4 chance, but we only had 4 eggs. And we didn't hit any pieds on that. So if his dad actually is a het pied and we just happen to miss the odds, then that would make him a 50%. But otherwise he's a 25% and we don't know. But yeah, going on to the leopard gecko. The leopard gecko is an adult female ready to breed. I believe it is a giant, possible super giant. I know it's at least a giant, let me put it that way. I have to get the weight and all that and double check with Nicole. I'll have official numbers for you guys at the auction. But it is a bold, which is a line bred trait, not like Max Snow where it's a codom where it goes to half the babies. But it is a dope female, giant / super giant bold, and she's ready to breed for you guys right now, and she's eating on mealworms, and she's really pretty for just being a bold and not having, you know, tangerine or any of the recessives in there as well. She's just really pretty. So if you're looking to breed now and get started on that, she is available and she is going to be in the auction. But without further ado, that is all of the animals. We hope to see you guys there at the auction. It's going to be at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time here on the channel. And other than that, that's all the animals, and we hope to see you guys there. That's it.